Thank you. And also thank you to the Weatherhead East Asian Institute for welcoming me to this symposium. So from what I heard with the first session, I got the impression that they, at least in the discourse of our scholars, there was a kind of dissolution of Taiwan's subjectivity in terms of time and space. So I, with my talk, will recenter actually my discourse on Taiwan and look at the situation in the religious sector. So when I was given the topic of this symposium, I couldn't think of a better phenomenon marking Taiwan today and bringing about foreseeable trends for the future, and that is religiosity in Taiwan. Religion in Taiwan has thrived due to a climate of tolerance, also religious freedom, and as a matter of fact, human rights in Taiwan or civil freedom have not got the same results in the reports as good results as religion did. And I refer to the International Religious Freedom Report elaborated by the Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor, affiliated with the State Department of the USA. And reading this report is very interesting, seeing how this freedom is developing in Taiwan, religious freedom. Also, religions that thrived in Taiwan made a lot of contribution to the well-being of the society. And when we see all the hospitals, clinics, universities and colleges, schools and kindergartens, nursery schools, homes for elderly, institutions for the disabled, etc. We see how much religion is contributing to this well-being and well-being development. The Tse Qi Gong De Hui, this Buddhist organization, is the first example that come to my mind, but also to everybody's minds, I guess, elsewhere, outside of Taiwan, when we want to think of the benevolence these associations had. I will focus rather on popular religion here, and I'm showing this image as a background of my talk. Popular religion in Taiwan is noticeable for its vitality, maybe not here in Dunhua, Nanlu, or Beilu, and not in Taipei, except from the old neighborhoods of Luanhua or Dalongtong. But religion has permeated society everywhere else in Taiwan, and it strikes us with its diversity, also with its multicultural character, with its tolerance, as I said earlier. And as we saw Taiwanese economy coming up, we also saw the temples developing everywhere. There are now more than 11,000 temples in Taiwan, and they will multiplied as economy developed. Also, religious associations are increasing more than 100 every year since 1997, and reach now the number of 1,600, more than 1,600. So religion, it has been thriving, but also followed constant innovations. And I want to give you one example. So this could have happened in Taiwan. Actually, this is a short extract from a movie based in Singapore, but I put it in the same way because I think it could have been also the same in a Taiwanese temple. As a matter of fact, I want to point you to this case, which is explaining here in Chinese, but which is explaining that you can actually pray for Madru or any other divinity here, deity here in Taiwan. You just have to go on the website and choose your temple, just like this one, the Datian Hogong, and 开始祭拜, start praying. You have to choose the items of the offerings. You put some flowers, you offer some fruits, some paper to burn, incense. Sorry, what is the incense? So this is another example on your cell phone. You can also, when you need it, pray. Choose a temple, choose a divinity. 敬以复头之事，敬就是恭敬神明，领灵。The divinity will come to you， 来，神明就在你的面前，请向神明祈求你的愿望。So, as I said, religion is following innovations in Taiwan. It is entertaining, but actually it's even more profound than this. Religion is embedded in everyday life and has followed the concerns and the changes of Taiwanese society, including the identity issues at the local level, national level, and even international level. Religion is at the core of local life and local organization. Important for local power too. And here I'm talking of the symbolic aspects implied by the definition of power for a Taiwanese person. I cannot elaborate on this, but I would like to maybe afterwards. Religion in practice is not static, even if like all long-rooted traditions worldwide, religious traditions may present themselves as unchanging and just being perpetuated the same way ancestors has passed them down, but in practice they never are that immobile, nor are they in arrears. Increasing influence of local religious traditions are seen in Taiwan, sometimes playing a role in affairs that concern the whole country. And I will give you a few instances of that in a short moment. Reversely, democratization, decentralized power, and strengthened local society and regional decision-making processes. So what is happening at a local level, not just in the capital, is more and more important. I'm pointing to you the temple of Xingang, which is called Fengtiangong. Xingang is located in Jiayi. And actually, this is also the hometown of Vice President Xiao, as they told me. And here is Mazu, the main deity of that temple. This is the usual kind of pilgrimage group that come to the temple at least once a year, and this is actually a place that you know very well if you lived in New York. You see the same delegation, the same group, religious group. They are not actually performing a pilgrimage in New York. They were there to support UN for Taiwan. Actually, this is now playing a very important role in their own temple, because this is the inscription I found in the temple in Jiayi. And they put it there very proudly, showing the role they played in 2007, going to New York and actually participated in this movement supporting the entrance of the support for the Taiwan being accepted, the topic of Taiwan being accepted by the assembly at the UN. And they told me that, as a matter of fact, a lot of Taiwanese came to New York. They put the statue at the office, Taiwanese representation in New York, near the station, train station, and a lot of Taiwanese came to pray Mazu, and also during the procession to support the entrance of Taiwan in the United Nations, they lined up and had a special rite with the palanquin of Mazu. So they behaved the exact same way as they would have behaved as if they were right in Taiwan. And this is for the Taiwanese community, but not only, also other members of the Chinese diaspora in Southeast Asia, for example. And this happened in New York in 2007. So I was saying that sometimes cults, popular religious cults, are playing a role at a national level. Whereas in the 1950s, 60s, or 70s, public policy was trying to minimize the role of and the power of temples. Religious activities were denounced for being wasteful and superstitious. Since the late 1990s, cultural policy, but also cultural tourism, is more and more relying on temples, festivals, rituals, pilgrimages to encourage cultural activities and promote Taiwan's image abroad. This is another example. The word game that took place in Kaohsiung in 2009 also used some elements of the processions. Everybody in Taiwan knows Santaizi, Li Noza. Actually, they are here. It's a group here that is just using, actually, not religiously, but culturally, the customs of Naza, etc. This is a picture taken in Japan when the same group went to promote Taiwan's image also. And this is a picture taken right in front of Xingang's temple with the same kind of characters, but in their natural social religious setting during the processions, pilgrimage procession. Here there are again, with different, of course, components of a religious group, the palanquin, the divinity. Here are spirit mediums, very important also. And I leave you as the last background with these expressions, individual expressions of religiosity in Taiwan. So, cultural heritage conservations of temples. Cultural policy is now organizing a lot of events and also supportive structures to promote the heritage conservation of temples. But not only for heritage issues, it's also developing communal life around these cultural religious activities. And more rituals are turned into public attractions, as I said, but temples themselves are now competing with public agencies and have their own cultural and educational agendas, not centered around one annual event only. Sometimes their program spans over several months, an entire season actually, and they organize not only processions, rituals, traditional ones, but also beautiful shows and exhibitions, a contest of cultural and artistic creation. Cultural industry was mentioned before, and also an international conferences, excursions, bike demonstrations, and any kind of event that temple now run very professionally as little or medium entrepreneurs. All this happens while Taiwan is already a world-class place for the high technology, innovation, and production. And these two worlds that we were talking about with the last panel and the one I'm showing you are not polarized. They coexist almost perfectly. So religious development in Taiwan is one more example of Taiwanese contemporary vitality. And Taiwanese model of tolerance and resiliency in the field of religiosity and religious freedom could inspire some parts of the world, I believe. Taiwan is tolerant, does not reject variations, and Taiwan is used to embrace complexity while not being able to reduce it. Taking up constant and large-scale challenges domestically and internationally is a question of survival for Taiwan. So what I saw in Taiwan in the domain of religion helped me understanding that. So never neglect religious phenomena. I think they are terrific for all what is expressed, and also what is shown of Taiwan. But I thank also, would like to thank also Myron Cohen, who is one of my mentors, and for always pointing these very vivid and lively aspects of Taiwan, and not being a very old-fashioned anthropologist, dealing only with local realities, but trying to connect actually even the slightest detail on the field with a larger picture. And that larger picture was quite big. From Singam, we went to New York, and we are here again. And thank you very much.